Yeah, please start.
Yeah. Hello everyone, this is Apurva Maryada, and here are my friends Monica and Sushmant. We are here to present our assignment group presentation of Global Operations module, and our topic is like Lean in Global Services, Adoption, Environment, and Execution at DHL Supply Chain. So here we'll be talking about like how DHL uses lean methods to improve efficiency, reduce waste, and support sustainability in its global operations. Yeah, let's get into the topic now. Yeah. Objectives and strategic agenda. Like here, the main goal of our project was to build a clear roadmap for applying lean successfully in DHL service operations. We focused mainly on like four objectives, like to see how globalization affects lean's adoption in services, to explore the environmental impacts of lean, and to develop to lean implementation strategy for DHL, and also to find key risks, solutions, and performance indicators. So we'll go through Lean's background, DHL's challenges, and finally our recommendations in this like presentation. So let's get into the next slide. Yeah. Lean's origins and evaluation. Lean started in 1950s with Toyota focusing on cutting waste and improving flow. That's called the Toyota Production System. In 1990s, it spread globally as lean manufacturing. And in the 2000s, it moved into services like logistics. And now we have digital and green lean, which includes data automation and sustainability. So lean has evolved from factory floor to service sector, and that's why it fits DHL perfectly. And yeah, now let's get into the next slide. Leans in services and the eighth service waste. In services, lean is less about machines and more about people and information. It focuses on respect for people, continuous improvement, customer feedback, and database sessions. The eight service ways, including waiting, overprocessing, overproduction, unnecessary motion, and unused creativity. So, by reducing these, DHL can make its services smoother and more efficient. So, yeah, let's get into the next slide. Yeah, globalization drivers accelerating the need for lean. So, globalization had made logistics much more complex, but it's also created a need for more efficiency. The key drivers that make lean important are cost pressure. So when it's moving globally, there are many competitors, so they have to manage the pricing so that they will be standing out. And also they will be having a dispersed global networks as well. And also e-commerce and digital growth. And the sustainability goals. They'll have the goals of sustainability to cut waste and emissions. So lean helps DHL handle global operations in a smarter and more standardized way. So let's get into the next slide. Globalization barriers and implementation challenges. So even though lean is useful, there will be like, of course, for everything there will be challenges when applying it to globally, or when we are taking up something new, there will be definitely some challenges, some pros and cons. So here are like a few barriers, like different laws and regulations. So each country will be having different rules and regulations, so they have to know it and follow it. And cultural differences will definitely be there, and also the working environment will be different, so we have to adjust. And also the skilled worker shortage will was there in logistics and data as well. And also poor data quality between regions. So to fix this, DHL needs flexible lean standards and stronger data systems to make it work everywhere. So yeah, the next slides will be presenting by my friends.
Yeah, next slide, global scale and core process. Okay, let's bringing this home to DHL. To build lean, DHL needs to understand the shield scale we are dealing with. Looking at the 2023 data, DHL supply chain operates over 12,000 facilities worldwide. We have a fleet of 1,20,000 vehicles, including 36,000 electric vehicles. This is massive operational landscape where we must scale our team strategy. And the scale brings a significant environmental challenge, 33.27 million tons of CO2 equivalent emissions in 2023. Our focus is the core supply chain process: inbounding, receiving, put away, picking and packing, and dispatch. When we look at our operations through this lens, we can identify the environmental hotspots, the areas where we lean can have the biggest dual impact on efficiency and sustainability. These are warehouse energy use, especially lighting, HVAC, and cold chain refrigerations; transport emissions, fleet management, route efficiency, and fuel use; packing waste, optimizing our material use; and reverse logistics efficiency returns. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, lean and environmental synergy. The great news is that lean and our green goals are not separate. They create a powerful synergy. By adopting lean methodologies, we can directly reduce our environmental impact. Let's look at these three quick examples. Facility energy use. This is hotspot lighting, HVAC, and refrigeration. A lean mitigation like using the 5S methodology minimizes culture and travel paths. This is allows for a better use of motion sensors, optimizing lighting and HVAC use. This is a clear win-win. Transport and emissions. The hotspots are route inefficiency and vehicle idling. By using lean value stream mapping, we can find the process defects that causes last minute express shipments. This combined with route optimization directly curbs fuel consumption and emissions. Packing and materials. Thus, hotspots are single use materials and avoid field. A lean mitigation is a standard work. Standardizing our packing, this reduces material use, promotes reusable loops, and cuts waste. Next slide, please. Yeah, current stats illustrate process snapshot. This is a simplified illustrative value stream map of general logistics operations, but it helps you see where the wastes we just talked about actually lie. At step 1, inbound receiving, we will see waiting and lead time as struck you at the dock. At step 2, put away and clouting, see excess travel distance, a form of unnecessary motion. At step 3, picking and packing, we find mispicks and revoke which are errors. And step 4, dispatch, we often the over processing paperwork. In a full assessment, we would break each of these step down much further to find the root cause. This map just highlights the common non-value added activities or need to target. Next slide. Environmental impact of key practices. This table shows off some trade-offs. Look at 5S and standard work. The process metric is shorter travel. The environmental effect is slower electricity and material use. That's a clear synergy. But now look at pull and Kanban or cross docking. The process metric is reduced inventory and lower buffer stock. This is the great for reducing our storage footprint and the energy need to heat or cool it. However, the environment risk is more strips. Smaller, more frequent batches can increase transportation frequency and emissions. The key takeaway is in the caution box. We must coordinate these lean practices, smart routing, and consolidation strategies to ensure we get a neat environmental benefit. Slide 11. Lean strategy and pillar digital enablers. So here our proposed strategy is about integrating lean principles with our current digital technologies to drive both efficiency and our sustainability goals. It starts with Gemba diagnostics, going to the shop floor to see the real process and collect data. It builds on standardized work at 5S, creating clear visuals, control, and a Kaizen culture. It implements flow and pull systems like Kanban to smooth out the work. It uses layout optimization to reduce travel time. And it's all held together by capability governance, building leadership, and cross training our people. Second, we have the digital enablers for lean. These are the tools that will supercharge the pillars: real time WMS and analytics, using our warehouse management system to capture data for data driven lean decisions; enhanced picking systems, use pick to light, voice, or robotics to make our work faster and error free; and AI driven decision support, using data science from complex optimization like dynamic slotting and route planning. Next slide. Implementation roadmap and tiered governance. A strategy is only as good as implementation plan. We propose a structured 12-month phased roadmap. Month 0 to 3, we start with diagnostics, we assess our baseline and find the gaps. Month 3 to 6, we launch 5S and standard work. This organize and stabilize our process, giving our quick wins. Month 6 to 9, we enable flow and pull systems, months 9 to 12. Optimize layout and slotting. Critically, we don't do this everywhere at once. We'll start with pilot and Lighthouse sites to validate the strategy in a controlled way before scanning it globally. And first one, Hoshin planning to align the corporate vision all the way down to site level execution, daily management, structure routines to monitor performance and address problems immediately, not at the end of the month. Third one, maturity model and audits to benchmark our progress and ensure adherence to the new global standards. Let's continue, my friend.
Thank you, Sushma. This is Maunika. Now I will discuss the final part of our presentation, which is the risk and mitigation strategies in lean implementation, which is followed by performance indicators, trade-offs, and our key recommendations of the DHL. Mitigation risks in lean and digital implementation, which is the large scale lean transformation like this comes with the several challenges. So proactive risk management is essential for the system challenges and on the humans data also. The first risk is an over standardizing, which it can ignore the local needs, and DHL can provide this following by the flexible standard operations, which it proceeds and empowering the team through the local events. Next, KPI gaming, which can occur the short-term results are prioritized, which it's balanced the scorecard that included the safety, quality, cost, and environmental metrics, which ensures the view. And also having the labor engagement and fatigue to manages these DHLs should also invest in the cross training jobs and rotating with the fair intensive to maintain innovations and also the motivations. Finally, the data and the system integrated issues must be addressed through the strong data governance and validity dashboards. Overall, which is addressing these risks earlier ensures the sustainable and employment drive lean transformations. Moving to the next slide, which is the key performance indicators and sustainable benefits. So, how will we measure the success? We need a performance management system which that included the both operational and sustainable matrices, which its a table shows the scorecard with the baselines and the targets. For operational and quality metrics, we will track the things like on time in full, aiming to get the 90% to 95%, and in the picking accuracy, which it's moving from the 92 to 99%. But just as an importance are the sustainability and efficiency metrics, we will track the space utilization moving from 70 to 85%. And we will also track the CO2 per order, driving it from the 2.0 to 1.3 kgs. And also we will measure our energy intensity per square meter and our waste diversion rates, which integrated the carbon metrics directly into our operational KPIs. We make environmental performance part of everyone's job and also our commitment to the DHL global ESG roadmaps. Moving to next slide, which is a traits of and contextual fit of lean. While lean offers the sustainable benefits with the clear advantages, isn't it perfect for every situation? We can take as an example as just in time, which reduces the inventory but may reduces the relevance which during like a strips or port delays, which highly customized our human logistics flexibilities and buffer stocks are necessaries, which it's in lean minimizing. Another trade form in the local versus network optimizing, which it improves the on-site shifts cost or efficiency elsewhere in this chain. The last culture factor matters, which it supports the 60% of lean projects fails because they ignores the leadership and employee engagement. So while lean drives efficiency, DH must apply its contextual and balance relevances, culture and sustainability. Moving to the strategy conclusions and recommendations. In conclusion, lean adaptation at DHL can achieve both operation and environmental excellence if we apply this strategically. Here we are having the five steps approaches, which its first one is conduct a multi-site diagnostic to identify current wastes and baselines. Second one launches 5S and standard work pilots to deliver the early wins and engage staffs. Also invest in the digital tools like an WMS analytics and voice picking to reduce cycle time. Fourth one, integrated the carbon matrix into KPIs to make sustainability measurable. The last one is strengthen governance and leadership, which it's through the planning and cross training. These phase approached the builds momentum, supports culture change, and creates the sustainability and also data driven lean transformations from DHLs. And here are the final recommendations are supported by the academic researchers and DH official reports. This provides the evidence of an lean connections with the sustainability and global competitives. Thank you.